Caitlin Clark awkwardly reacted to Reggie Miller's NBA comp for her. Reggie Miller's NBA comparison for WNBA star Caitlin Clark might have caught her off guard. On Sunday, Clark made her TV analyst debut during NBC's Sunday Night Basketball alongside Miller Carmelo Anthony and host Maria Taylor. During her guest appearance, Taylor asked Miller and Anthony to give an NBA comparison for Clark. Clark was smiling, waiting for answers when things took an unexpected turn. "I like Peyton Pritchard from Boston," Miller said before diving into the parts of Pritchard's game that remind him of Clark. The Indiana Fever guard's face seemingly experienced so many emotions as she digested Miller's answer: happiness, shock, confusion, and then perhaps some rationalization in real time. It might not have been what she was expecting. She recovered rather well, eventually smiling again as Miller went on, but phew boy, it was very awkward. Here's that moment of Clark hearing the Pritchard comparison. 3 key takeaways from Caitlin Clark's NBA broadcast debut. Caitlin Clark made the most of her NBA broadcast debut Sunday night. The Indiana Fever star appeared in 2 live segments as a special contributor for NBC's pregame coverage of Basketball Night in America before the New York Knicks hosted the Los Angeles Lakers at Madison Square Garden. Clark shared the desk with NBC host Maria Taylor and Naismith Memorial Basketball Hall of famers Carmelo Anthony and Reggie Miller. She was also featured in a pre-recorded segment with Jamal Crawford, battling the former 20-year NBA veteran in a modified game of horse fittingly renamed NBC. Clark defeated Crawford in a best-of-3 series with help from some long heaves from logo range. First time at MSG for a Knicks game, so it's pretty cool, revealed Clark, who pleaded her case for a Fever game at the world's most famous arena. There's just a different type of buzz. The atmosphere didn't seem to impair her on-air abilities. Clark brought a natural presence and good sense of humor to the broadcast. Perhaps it should come as no surprise that she meshed well with a fellow Indiana sharpshooter in Miller, although the Pacer legend insisted Clark surpass him in that category. Clark covered a myriad of topics in the time allotted, but here are the biggest headlines from her first NBA on NBC appearance. Clark excited for year 3. "I feel like myself again." It's been more than 6 months since Clark last played in a professional basketball game after a season marred by lower body injuries. But the 2-time All-Star provided an update on Sunday that should leave Fever fans feeling encouraged. "Obviously, I only appeared in 13 games last year," Clark acknowledged. "More than anything, I'm just itching to get back out on the court. I kind of feel like myself again." Clark suffered a left quad strain and right groin injury in 2025. Before a bone bruise on her left ankle contributed to the Fever shutting her down for the remainder of the season. She last appeared in a WNBA game on July 15th, missing the entirety of Indiana's run to Game 5 of the WNBA semifinals. "I've been putting in a lot of hard work," said Clark, "and I've got USA basketball coming up, so looking forward to that too." Clark will represent Team USA at the FIBA Women's World Cup qualifying tournament in Puerto Rico from March 11th to 17th, ahead of the World Championship in September. As long as the WNBA and WNBPA can come to terms on a new CBA, the World Cup qualifier should serve as a precursor to Clark's 2026 season. It's funny because I was just looking back on some old videos from when I was at Iowa, and I can just tell how much my body's changed. But I think in a good way, Clark noted, "You have to be stronger. It's a much more physical league." Clark has been on the receiving end of that physicality a few times in her first 2 WNBA seasons, including a notable scuffle with Connecticut Sun's J.C. Sheldon and Marina Mabrey in July. A stronger, more durable Clark should only bode well for Indiana moving forward. Clark, confident WNBA will reach new CBA soon. The latest updates from the WNBPA and the league office don't exactly inspire confidence that common ground will be found amid stalling CBA negotiations. A meeting in New York City on Monday marks the first time the 2 sides will resume talks since late December, when the WNBPA submitted an offer that the league did not deem worthy of response.